Hi and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching again. In today's video we'll look at another lithium iron phosphate battery, 12 volt, 100 amp hours. Not any battery. We will look at the GoKWH battery. I don't know if you say that, but it's GoKWH. So this brand, I don't know how long they exist already, but they have a website, and the website seems to be pretty good. GoKWH.com. You're able to find them, and that's kind of how they shipped it, except it was very well packaged, very tight fitting and everything else. It had a protective coverage here on top, and we can see it is kind of yellow, and it is black blue. I think it's more black, depends on the sun, but it's black. And it does come not only with a positive and negative cap and those M8 bolts, it also comes with a battery capacity voltage display. And that's about this battery. I'll take those down. It comes in the typical strap here on top, and we do see it has a sticker here at front. So this one is a 12.8 volt 100 amp hour with 1280 watt hours lithium iron phosphate battery. Here you see it. There it tells you do not heat above 70 degrees, short circuit, disassemble, throw into fire, reverse connections from charger to battery. And it's made in China. Here's a website as well as an email. That's the front. Side has nothing on it. On the back it shows the same. This is just my little pouch where we'll throw in the bolts later again. So you see front back is the same. On the side we can see a label, a barcode. And that's all there is about this one. And this is the website. And you can see the battery I'm talking about is here, this battery. And you can see the current price is $268. And there's an exclusive discount as well, a discount code in the description below in case you want to purchase this one. As of now, it looks like this one is only available in China. And they will send it to you. So it means if you buy it, there will be, at the moment at least, 45 to 50 days of shipping included. So that's how long it might take until you receive the battery. Keep that in mind. They are working on placing the battery also on Amazon. They're not there yet. So let's click on the battery because there's one cool thing about it. You can see there's a long description and everything else. There are of course some pictures as well. Then it talks about the LCD display, voltage and remaining capacity display, low voltage alarm settings, customize high and low voltage settings, customize settings automatically, turning off backlight. Those are the things you can do. And when you scroll down, you can see the pictures are a little bigger, I guess. It does claim 4,000 to 15,000 cycle times, ultra durable and long lasting. 8 to 10 years lifetime. And it's eco-friendly and green. I do not know what this includes, but we do see reliable BMS system, ultra safety. It has a charging protection. It has a thermal management. Doesn't talk about protection. Battery cell balancing, which should do the BMS. Data transmission. I'm not sure about that part. Haven't seen anything. Safe operation and battery aging. And here are the dimensions. I don't believe websites anymore, so it says it's 6.89 inch side. Yeah, pretty close. And it does say front 1299. Pretty close, a little bit. Well, I want to measure here probably. It's, well, up here it's 13.25, 13 and a quarter probably. And then we have here, which is around 7.5-ish. And it says, oh, sorry. Interesting. So this one up here is 7 and a quarter. And the height is around 8.5, 8.7. Yeah, little variance, but very minor. It says it's around 12 kilogram, 26 pound. I don't have a scale, so I can't do that. DIY your battery bank, so you can in parallel up to 2 and in series up to 4. Okay. And of course some use cases they show you as well, what you can do with it. And here you can see the battery and those Insulation caps I did not receive, they're not included. A user manual was also not included, but the packaging, that's how it did look like, and it was very, very close. And it was very tight. So what we can do here as well, which is nice, we have documents, then we have a document which you can download and look at. And here's the user manual for the 12 volt and 24 volt series. And what I can say, I looked at this a couple times already, and I did like it so far. That's quite interesting because we see different values here. 7 to 8. Well, sorry. 6, 8, 9, 8, 7 height, 8, 4. Interesting. They should maybe look at this a little bit more in detail. Something's off here. If you have a tight fit where you want to squeeze this box in, you should double check which size it actually has. I don't know if I received the same what they showcase here. Keep that in mind. So here we have again 12 volt. So then regarding the nominal capacity, 100 amp hour. We do have recommended charge current, then less or equal than 50 amp. Recommended discharge, less or equal to 100 amp hour. That's good, if that's what it is. Then we have parallel connection. I talked about parallel connection up to 2. Here they say up to 4. Series connection up to 4. I don't like it when you show here up to 2p connection or up to 2 batteries, and here they say up to 4. That's not good. What's correct now? Anyways, let's continue. Really quick, we do have, I like those tables in general which they add on and say, hey, that's the copper cable gauge size you need when you want to have this kind of amperage going through them. So when you want to use the discharge up to 100 amp hour, which they specify here, you need at least a 4 gauge wire. Oh, sorry. You need to have a 2 gauge wire. Sorry, my bad. Because 58 is below 100. Alright. They should showcase the battery terminals, connection batteries and banks, battery pack supports max. So here to say it again, battery pack supports max 4S or 4P. Okay. Here they say it again, maximum 4, so it looks like the 4 is the leading information. Good. Then we have the battery charging, and the standard lithium iron phosphate is 0.2 C charge, so it's for 100 amp hours, 20%, 0.2 C would be 20 amps. A faster charge of 100 amp, 1 C, may be used as necessary. Yeah, you can do that, but it might also degrade your battery over time. Keep that in mind. The battery can be operated at temperature, that's good, so they tell you. Okay, good. So then we have troubleshooting, no, voltage, yeah, what is LCD parameter. I saw also another video. This display is only connected to positive and negative of the battery, not connected through the BMS. So the BMS, which have a more accurate reading, versus just a reading off the voltage might be a little tricky or wrong. And then we do have here mode declarations. We do have information about we need to configure, so we need a lithium iron phosphate battery F measurement from F03 to F23 power off memory. We'll go through that in a second because that's, for me, it's confusing. First off, I do not know if that has any impact on charging or discharging at all. I think this is a simply display, so we'll confirm that later. If it is, those configurations, you can change them whatever you want to do and however you want to change it, and just forget about it or change it every single day, and it does not have an impact. But at least the reading of the voltage, that would be the same, or would be the important saying, hey, that's the voltage at the moment, but the percentage on the side might be totally off. So we would need here mode 3 because this is a lithium iron phosphate battery. I don't know why you can do those settings. It sounds like it's a universal battery capacity voltage meter, and they just put in so you can change it. But I feel like for those batteries, it should not be adjustable at all. Why should it be adjustable? I don't know. Okay, so we have, it sounds like you have to configure mode 1, then you have to configure mode 2, and then you have to configure mode 3. But that's wrong. You only need to configure mode 3. Because we have not 3 different batteries, we have 1 battery. Anyways, let's continue. Mode 4, custom high and low voltage settings. Low voltage, so left is low voltage. The left number is the low voltage per meter, the right number is the saturation voltage per meter on the right side. So there is actually, oh, there's a dot missing. Good to know. Mode 5, display backlight settings. On the backlight setting page, on, off flashes, and the press lower right corner button to select on, off. Okay, mode 6 is a low voltage alarm setting, flashing reminder of lightning signs. It's just a flashing reminder. Let's do it. Go on. Because I think I had it wrong anyways. So the display turns off pretty quick. So here we have it. At the moment, it's at 11.3 and at 100%, which is wrong. So 2 seconds holding the set button. We need to change it to mode 3, right? So I'll go 3, and now I press down here. It's 3. Upper right. Okay, this is configured. Next one. This one is the low. Nope, too quick. 1, 2. Here's a low. We want to have, let's just say it's a 10. Yeah, and then we have back here. Nope. Doesn't make sense. Set. Nope. Oh, I have to press long. Okay, next one. Okay. Nope, I want to have 15 here. 15. Next one. I want to have 0. We're done. No. Set. It's set. Next one. And this one should be, apparently this is mode 5, and we can change that on off. That was too quick. Okay, let me change that to 11.5. The reason is because it's at 11.8, so we'll do 11.9. Set. And then we have, I don't know, let me go to, see, 3F is at 0 now again. I do not know why. Now we have 5B, mode 5B on the back, it's on. Let's change it to off. Off, the display is always bright. Press the upper right corner button to confirm and save the option. Press the upper right corner button. And then we have a 7. But I don't even talk about 7. I don't know what it means. I'll go out here. Okay, let's go to this one again, because I need to have this 3. Press and hold 2 seconds. Done. Interesting, now it says at 26%, because I'm below 11.8, it's blinking. Okay, at least this one seems to be right. And now it says it's at 26%. Why do I do the setting then for lithium iron phosphate when I set the low voltage disconnect and the high on my own? I'm not sure at the moment about this part. Well, so now you get an idea how to configure it, I guess. I have to charge it later. We'll see how that turns out. Anyways, we'll continue with going through. No, we will not. We'll change this display. I want to have it off. I don't like that. So going in here. 3F, 0, 0. Why is it 0, 0 again? That doesn't make sense. Go in here again, press enter, 2 times, okay. I'll leave it there. Doesn't make sense to have this blinking arrow here as well. God, and it's gone again, I don't know. We'll change that to 10.8, I would say. Sorry I'm leading you through this. I still try to figure it out. Done. Okay, I don't know what 7 is. Go in here, press hold. I'll forget what it means. The lightning is gone, at least. Alright, then we have a warranty here. We do have a 5-year manufacturer's defect warranty from the date of battery purchase. All batteries are fully tested before being shipped. Okay. Now we'll do the capacity test. Alrighty, I resetted everything. We are at 13.94 and dropping, compared to what we see on here, which says 14. Hope you can see it's good. It's pretty accurate, I would say, so far. I will compare this little battery capacity voltage display with this one in between, just to, you know, get a reading and see where we're at and what it actually does. So I did reset it to 100%, as you can see here. All right, now we'll start our test. You can see it's still settling, so I'll turn it on. And what's happening now? This battery, the 100 amp hours, which should be in here, hopefully a little bit more, but at least 100, will discharge through this inverter, and I will be charging another battery, which you can see here in the background already, because, you know, I try to conserve majority of the battery power and everything else to not waste everything. So I'm keep using the power which I have here, which I gain here, and well, transfer over just for other stuff. So let's get started with the capacity test. And we should be settled between 25, 27 amperage, which is a little bit more than the 0.2 C, but it will slowly discharge a battery very comfortably. It's pretty cool. Here in the corner you can see we just passed the 50 amp, so we're at 53 at the moment, and still here I think you can see it. Yep, 13 amps at 100%. So that still doesn't work, and I will not fix it during the capacity test, but I will fix it or try to fix it afterwards. And we just passed the 100 amp hours, so that's good. It keeps going. We'll continue watching how much we can achieve. So it's 11.3 at the moment here. Now we're below 10 volts. So we're close to shutting this off, it looks like. Yep, and there it was. 101.7, 4 amp hours. In total we pulled out of the battery. Since the battery just passed our capacity test, it's discharged at 10.9 volts, since I plugged in the power a little bit again. What I love about this housing is, and I started with the NR/D battery up there, it actually comes with screws. So you see those little pins in here, you have to pop them out, and you have screws, and then it should be pretty easy to pop it out. We'll see how much those cells which are in there will need in space, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we want to take it apart. And apparently it's pretty damn easy to do that. Cool thing about it, when you take those and pry those little pins out, what do you want to call them, you can just use a Phillips head screwdriver. Because everything which is glued, you know, it's something manufacturers can do whatever they want to do. And as soon as you open it, you will lose warranty anyways, but at least you can open it and see what's going on to get an understanding on the quality. And especially with those batteries, there's so much competition meantime, which is nice because it does push the price, but also means manufacturer cannot just do what they want to do. So let's see. Here we are. Let me get a little closer in this section first. We have to see the voltmeter, or the battery capacity voltage display, what this leads to. That's interesting. We can see we have 8 gauge wire, 2 of them negative, but we have 1/6 gauge wire positive. So I assume that's what they say, maximum 100 discharge. It did say recommended discharge current less or equals of 100 amp hours and 6 gauge. According to their own table, 6 gauge is only rated up to 65 amps. So this one is definitely too small. 2 8 gauge, I'm not 100% sure, but 1 8 gauge is up to 50. It looks like. So you double it, it might be up to 100. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we see here this one is hydraulic crimped. That's nice. This one as well. That's good. Saw in the other video that this one was movable. You need force. You need a lot of force to move it and push it around. So did not here. In my case. Oh, yeah. There's a little wiggle room. So here this one has a little wiggle room, but you need force to do that. I don't want to do more. And when you look here inside the pack, you can see, as I also saw in other videos, they use the low density foam. In my case, it's the same. The thing which is concerning a little bit is that it's more loose than glued in. So you see I can push it down, I can push it up. And it feels like it's just random. Oh, we might need another one here. Let's just push it in. Great. That's something which, yeah, I also don't like. And as mentioned also from other YouTuber, low density foam is you can squeeze it and then it might at one point just keep the form and shape. And it is 2 more pieces. Yeah, it could be a little bit better, honestly. Here we have a CP04S016TS version 1.2, and it says up to 100 amp. And then we see there must be some kind of temperature sensor here. We do have the balance leads. We do have, besides that this GBD print is almost in everywhere, or a lot of battery builds, we do see that we have the 8 gauge wire going here to the C minus, they call it, side, which is the terminal side. 2 8 gauge wires, and then we seem to be also having those 2 8 gauge wires going towards the negative, main negative up here, fingers, and then the main positive here. Like, what I don't like is always that this seems to be just, yeah, hold in place by those pack tapes. That's good. Pretty funny. Hydraulically crimped here as well. It looks organized at least, which is nice, but I want to see a little bit more of it. Yeah, this one looks like duct tape up here. I've not seen that, because they have used also, oh, cool. Here we can see there's a lot of glue underneath. You're not that good holding in, I guess. I've not seen, yeah, using kind of duct tape so far. Good. So the voltmeter, or the display, this is 1. 1 goes to the voltmeter, which seems to be here the main negative. The other one is a balance lead, the negative balance lead. Oh, this red one also goes to the BMS. And here we have the positive display connection. So it goes straight to positive and negative, not through the BMS. Okay, I did open one side and we can see we have pouch cells here. 1, 2, 3. They divided, or 2 in 1 pouch. So that's a confirmation. Basically for this one, did not see that coming. One thing I really don't like is, why is everyone just attaching the BMS lately like this? Not even, and it's screwed in, it's just taped on. I don't know, when it's getting hot, it will push all the heat on the side of the cell. Is that good? I don't know. I don't feel like. It has a little heat sink up here to absorb the heat to the outside, to the plastic housing, but yeah. Let me see what we have on the other side, because that's where I guess the temperature sensor should be placed. Yep, and there it is. I've set up the bench power supply over here. So it's charging up, it's set up to 14.6 volts. It's charging with 10 amps. I have connected, there we go. Main positive over here, which goes just here. and then main negative terminal up here, because this one is the terminal side of the BMS, so it's going through the BMS, very important. What we're doing next, we have the temperature sensor over here. I'll be using the heat gun and we'll see if it has a high temp cutoff. And I think that's already enough. It's hard to say if this is super hot or super cold. Let's get up. Up, there it is again. Now we're using an ice pack to see if it has a low temp cutoff. Therefore, I'll pack it into this ice pack, and I will see, or will not see, if there's any change. So, and remember, the charging is, when you're charging lithium iron phosphate below 0 degree, this is when you damage the cells. You can discharge. This cell is rated up to minus 10 degree operating temperature, it says. Discharging below freezing temperature, talk about 0 Celsius, and that's not a problem until it gets way too cold. And that's depending, I think I read between minus 10 and minus 20 is that seems to be the temperature for this chemistry. So far it's almost a minute that I have it in this ice pack. And this ice pack is below 0 degree. I think it's not less than minus 20 degree. It's a bit more. And now it's a minute, so there's nothing happened. I'll stop here because it will not change anything, at least with this ice pack. I can already say there's a video up there from Roll2B. He did test this as well with an ice pack as well. And then he tested with a blaster and it did stop, but the blaster is way minus 0 degree. So I rather say no. It does not have a low temp cutoff, but it's also not advertised as so I think that's okay. Would have been nice, but apparently in this video it is working, but way too low. So in case, when you have it, it would be awesome to configure to the correct temperature. That would be awesome. It's not the case for this one, so I tested. Additionally, we have the high temp cutoff. That's nice. We do not have low temp cutoff. That's okay. And again, this battery, when you use the discount code, which is provided in, below, you would get this battery for $219. Is that correct? No, I think it's even $216, which is ridiculously cheap for 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery. So, and now the question comes to you. Do you like the build quality, what you see here? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. I'm really curious what you think, pouch cell versus prismatic cells. What I will do, as always with the batteries I receive, I will put it back together. I will put it back together and use it, because I think there's value to it. There's one test I wanted to do as well as seeing how accurate this reading is. So we have 11.8.2 and here's 11.8. So that's pretty close. All right, that was all. Testing this battery from GoKWH. Let me know what you think in a comment below. I'm really curious about that. I think in general the quality is okay with mine. I see other YouTubers where the terminals were just wiggling around a lot, which I agree it's a safety hazard and that should not be the case. But mine didn't have that issue, and if you use the battery capacity voltage display just as a reference in terms of where the voltage resides or is right now, perfectly fine. So far the 100% and adjustment capabilities, they do work okay. I'm playing around with that a little bit more. I think you can adjust it when you read through the manual. Was okay. It was more complicated to figure out which buttons you have to use. The explanation in the manual was okay as well. What I don't like is having different information, like the dimension on the one side in the overall overview is different from the manual. That's something which cannot be the case and shouldn't be the case, because I don't know what's real now. Now I have to measure it. When you want to discharge a battery with 100 amp hours, it says below or up to 100 amp hours continuous discharge. If that's the case, you need to have the proper wire for that inside as well. I do not know, can I do a 4P or 4S? I mean a 4S, yes, it looks like, but can I do a 2P or 4P? Which information is right? In general, it is a really cheap battery. I think it's $216 with the discount code in the description below. $216. $16 plus tax, and a long shipping time. That's the downside at the moment. But I think that's a pretty impressive price, and there's kind of a competition. There's a good competition out there at the moment. I do like that you can see the voltage without measuring it. You can just tap on it and then it's on, you see it. I think that's totally enough if you see the voltage. I do not want to see a calculation, which is a different calculation than a BMS would calculate. I think that doesn't make sense. I think if you have a display connected to the BMS somehow, and then you have an accurate reading, same point like other YouTubers I have here as well, would be great to see some more robust, they call high density foam. That would be nice to see as well here, I guess, so that it's not wiggling around, moving around, or falling apart over time, because that's something you do not want to see. I mean, that could be, in my opinion, that could be a warranty case within the 5 years, because that's from the manufacturer. Anyways, let me know what you think about it. Would you buy it? Would you go with pouch cells still those days? If you like it, of course, like the video. There's a thumb up button somewhere, and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Tschüss!